Possibly the most powerful story I've ever heard. The question was asked to me several years ago, can you bless something that you don't even possess, that's not even in your hand? The person that asked it was an older gentleman named Paul that I've become friends with that had grown up in a family of sharecroppers. Now, these were very poor people, and rarely did they even have money. He says, nobody was more faithful than my parents. They gave, they believed in tithing. He said if they had 100 potatoes they dug up, they would find the 10 best potatoes and they would give those away. He said one evening my mom called us all in a family to come to the dinner table and said we all go to the dinner table, and he said this is where it got really strange. The table was empty other than plates and forks. There was no food on the table at all, and she asked everybody to sit down. Paul said to come to find out that they didn't have any food in the house. And he says, when I say no food, I don't mean it's just not what we wanted to eat. He said there was nothing in our house. And he said, I watched my mom say a prayer and bless a meal that we didn't even have. He said, I thought she had lost her mind. He said, Brian, I kid you not, within minutes, somebody showed up knocking on our door. And what did they have? Several bags of groceries. He said, I thought my mom was crazy, but what I just witnessed was one of the greatest acts of faith that I'd ever seen. When she blessed a meal we didn't even have. He said, Brian, I learned two things that day. That my mama was in touch with God, and I better not ever mess with my mama again. Paul was just a small boy when that happened, but he grew up to be one of the greatest men that I've ever known. What you do when you have nothing matters.